got the same body technically.
Oh, wow.
So when the oil hits that, it's gonna.
And then this is yet to be oiled, so it'll really come out.
Yeah,
It's
that
like veins, isn't it?
yeah.
And is that, what is that? Hey dudes, how's it going? Bit of a different video today because it's a, I've just had a call from Chris over at, do you know Alpha Instruments? They're super, like, they do some amazing stuff. And like the tops on their bases are just insane, like nothing I've ever seen. I don't think anything like that you've seen before. I'll make sure to put a couple of clips in right now of the stuff that they're making, but I've not seen anybody using like the top woods that they do. They're just phenomenal. And they just gave me a quick shout a few days ago and said that they've got a bass, check this out, and the top wood on this, and it's a 6-string bass as well, the top wood is over 1500 years old, carbon dated to over 1500 years old. And also, I want to ask them how they're doing what they're doing to get those crazy woods of all kinds of, because that's not paint, that's in the actual wood. I think it's like injected resin into the, I don't know, I'm going to ask them all about it today, and hopefully you're going to come with me as well. By the way, have you seen my new studio? Well, it's not this, it's a new man shed. Let's just call it that, okay? It's a new man shed. Like, I've still got the old place, which where we do all our main filming, but this place is just so I can work from home and I don't need to do it in the actual house, because I've got a 3 and a 5-year-old. They dive bomb me every single day. They're just little, you know, those little monkeys, as you'd expect, right? They're 3 and 5. Let's get ourselves over to Alpha Instruments, which is, luckily for me, like 30 or 40 minutes drive from here, and then we can, you know, check out how they're doing what they're doing. I'm driving around the Yorkshire Dales, and it is uber foggy, just super foggy. You see this out there? Earlier I said the fog was bad. Turned out the fog wasn't that bad. The fog's bad now. Check this out. I found it. I think I found it. Did have to be, you know, super foggy, right? Oh! Got a house.
So this
Is this where?
all the magic happens. A bunch of stuff just at various stages. The reason why they're on that shelf is because they've got to a certain stage where they've had so much sort of done to them, like the holes drilled, pickups routed, and things like that.
Yeah. So how is that done? So that isn't in. It's obviously in the wood, isn't it? It's not paint. It's not on the wood. It's not.
It's in the wood.
It's in the wood.
Fairly mysterious, but there is definitely some kind of a vacuum involved and resins, and it all gets pulled into the wood.
There's some sort of like impregnated something like that, yeah.
And then even when you carve it and whatnot, it's all the way through.
What it'll look like when it's finished.
Completely transforms.
Oh my word, that is insane. It's insane, isn't it?
It really comes to life.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming because they're so thin as well, there's like, does it do anything to do with the tone or anything like that? No.
Generally, top woods, they are massive.
Yeah.
I'd say the main thing that tends to affect the tone seems to be sort of the neck, fingerboard and body. The top woods don't, in our experience when we've used it, don't make a massive amount. I think tone woods definitely make a difference, but I think sometimes people put too much stock in it. Like,
right.
It's just, I guess, it's like Buckeye Bale is like really soft, and then any spalted wood, like a really
Oh, it is, yeah. It's like super. It's
most
super.
bases that you see with those still sound great. It's just like more of a decorative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've definitely done a couple of builds that have had the exact same electronics, the exact same hardware, and had different woods, and it sounded different.
They sounded different, yeah.
So it does make a difference. It's just not as much as people think most of the time.
Oh, that is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's.
Oh my word.
Yeah, so this is all resin.
So
that's resin, in here.
And this is the wood with sort of the impregnated dyes into it and the resins. So it's kind of a combination.
You're working on one.
Looks like a bit of a rabbit, doesn't it? Like, imagine, it reminds me of like the, you know, like Donnie Darko with the ears.
Yeah, there's a couple here that are slightly different ones as well. At various stages you get.
Ooh. Oh, I shouldn't come here.
vibe.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, yeah.
Again,
So that's
obviously the colours really pop out when it's
when you actually,
it's
when you.
got a finish on it. Obviously, this
That's
one's
amazing
slightly
around there,
changed.
isn't it?
Yeah, I really like that. There's a few. Oh, we've got so many on the go.
So these all four, these are all like in the works for customers that are waiting and
Yes.
yeah.
This one's going
yeah.
out to a dealer in China, and this one's going out to a dealer in Japan.
Right.
These two tops there, I think they're in stock, not ordered just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got
This
a
one's
bunch.
going to be. This one's going to have lights installed in it.
Lights.
LEDs.
So
under it, yeah.
all this is going to glow from underneath.
Is that what I saw on Instagram? I saw this one. It
The
was like
guitar,
glowing. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
How
that-
did you actually do that?
It's quite simple. It's just like a LED strip that's like put into a
Dude,
channel that we route.
I struggle
Yeah.
to put like you know, like a picture up in my house. You can't say it's quite simple to me. It's quite simple.
Basically, have we got an example of
Well, yeah, didn't we, a little bit? He actually wanted more craziness on it.
I think it's turned out right though.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it really 1500 years old?
It's actually carbon dated to 3500 BC.
What? Say that again.
3500 BC.
Oh, I undersold it. I undersold. I only said 1500. Holy mackerel!
So it's bog oak and it's been preserved in peat bogs, and we think it's either Ireland or Russia. Or,
Yeah,
I can't remember where the
there's
guy
a
said.
lot of peat bogs in Ireland, and then yeah, so I think it's either there or.
Really? Whoa!
So it's super old, kind of semi fossilized almost.
Is it 34? Yeah.
Yes.
It's a monster B string, isn't it? What's your take on B strings? You know, in terms of like what actually makes a good B string? Because I've played a ton of B strings on loads of different instruments. So like 34-inch scales, I've played ones with great B strings and crap B strings. But equally, I played like 36-inch scale basses with great B strings and crap B strings.
I'd say it's a combination of things. Usually it's down to the construction, how well it's constructed, how stiff your neckwood is, and then it's about string choice. And also electronics and pickups have a lot to do with it. If you've got the right string on a well constructed bass,
Yeah.
you can't really go wrong.
Get that little monkey in there. Oh, that's insane. Like, how would you do that on in a way that would be sort of like feasible in terms of weight and stuff? Would it be just figuring out the thickness and stuff? Or?
Partially to do with thickness of the copper that would probably
Yeah.
reduce that, and then also if we paired it with something like a swamp ash body instead.
Oh, right, yeah, got you.
This is just in the prototype stage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we just kind of did this as like a test run, really.
Yeah.
Because we ended up
It is
doing
amazing.
a few models, you know, just to see what it's going to be.
It's just copper, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, just a
Wow.
2mm piece of copper.
I'd say 1 quart of oil, I think.
That's one coat, yeah.
I think it's had a few, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and you just keep going over and over. Wow, that's
Yeah, and you
amazing.
leave it about 24 hours in between each coat generally.
Yeah, that one's a nice one. I really like that.
That is crazy.
This definitely looks like ectoplasm.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the back of it's crazy flat.
Oh. Is that one piece?
Yes.
Yeah.
So one piece maple, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the one that isn't oiled yet, but it's actually from the same piece of maple. This one.
Yeah, it's just waiting to be oiled.
It's got the same body technically.
Oh,
So when the oil hits that, it's gonna.
And then this is yet to be oiled, so it'll really come out.
Yeah,
it's great.
yeah, that.
It's like veins, isn't it?
Yeah.
And is that, what is that?
Yeah, that's resin again.
That's just resin, yeah. I'm literally just checking the footage that we got from today on my laptop, and it looks like there's a huge chunk of me actually playing the bass for you guys, that 6-string bass, you know, that we started this whole video about, out of focus. When I've been filming it, I didn't realise it was out of focus. I can't believe it. But there is a get out clause for this. So wait, just check this out. The guys let me borrow it. How awesome are they? So this is actually what it looks like when it's in focus. Wiring wise as well, on the back here, it's just a little magnetic thing that pops off, and it is simple as you like, you know what I mean? It's all passive, which is the way that I like it, to be honest. I like to keep things simple. Life is complex enough. Why do we need to make things more complex, right? Anyway guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this adventure, this foggy bass adventure with me. If you want to check out more about Alpha Instruments, they've got a website obviously, and go check them out on Instagram as well, because they're super cool, and every single day they, in fact you possibly shouldn't go and follow them on Instagram, because you might damage your phone from drooling on it like I do every single day when they're posting new fancy pictures of these basses they're making. I need to sort of like consistently not check them out on Instagram, because it just sets all my, you know, it gets the old gear acquisition syndrome pumping. But no, seriously though, go check them out on Instagram. They're doing some wicked stuff, and they're an amazing pair of guys as well, doing some really, really inspiring stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot, and you know, as always, I'll see you next time in the shed.